Welcome back once more to Wednesday Night Fightback, and with the local elections come on our way, I know that STP members and volunteers have been working themselves to a crisp in order to deliver leaflets, knock on doors, and persuade people of the good news. William, how's it going?
It's going very well. It's good. I'm very encouraged. We had a great action day in Leeds, obviously to support Emma in Middleton Park. And we had people down from Scotland and Lancashire, not from London, but mostly actually from around Leeds itself. And it's very good for the soul. And we have the sort of scars on our back with some of these campaigns. And the key message I always say is don't give up, because you make progress. It takes a little bit of time for the public to get the message. In Middleton Park, I think it was our 5th attempt that got us over the line. But when we did get over the line, it was like a sort of
massive,
yeah, it was like Ein Hello Sound in Auckland. It's phenomenal. When it happened, it was incredible. So you just got to stick at it. And the most difficult thing is actually when you start, when you've got to take your lost deposits and your 50 votes here and 100 votes there. But the appetite, once the public get you, the appetite is incredible. I mean, people are crying out for something different, and they want a chance to vote for something decent. So it's been very invigorating. And I'm a bit of a masochist. My wife would vouch for this. I actually do I like driving to Leeds, getting up at 6, driving to Leeds, being on my feet for 7 or 8 hours, driving home and having a good sleep.
William, I have known you in the sound car.
Yes, exactly. Yes, speaker car, this famous. Yeah, well, they've got used to that now, and you can't not do it. So,
but people don't vote. I mean, local elections, what, 36% if you're lucky, participation rate. I think that's a great shame.
Yeah. Well, yes, one of the reasons they don't vote is that there's a sort of a demoralization. And what's happened, again, I can speak for Leeds particularly because we've done it. We've actually achieved it, which is we've got a lot of non-voters to vote. And it's in the data. So a lot of people that say I never vote. I mean, you knock on the doors, Michael, you know, I'm not voting. And I usually, my reaction when someone says that is, well, sort of don't blame you, really. Look at your choice. But actually, I try and encourage people to say, well, if you get involved and you elect decent people that actually get things done. Because in Leeds, we've had a lot of lazy Labour councillors that don't even live there, take the few thousand quid a year for doing very little. And people have stopped, the loop has stopped, Michael. So they don't ask for anything. They don't get in touch with their councillors. Why? Because the councillors don't do anything. The moment you start doing things, and I've seen this with Wayne, now up on the Parnabys or Granges in the north of the constituency, which is my patch that I look after, I deliver leaflets now, and people stop me in the street. Can you get Wayne to do? This is a problem. Can you just get Wayne to? And they ask you because they believe that you'll do it, and we will.
You go back to Tony Benn's five questions about democracy, which I think, he may have been wrong about loads of other things, but about this he was absolutely dead right. And he said, whenever you come across someone in power, you've got to ask them these 5 questions. 1, what power have you got? Where did you get it from? In whose interest do you use it? To whom are you accountable? And most importantly, how do we get rid of you?
How do we get rid of you? Yeah.
And the answer to that, if it's on a really low vote, no one votes and everyone's demoralized, is, well, whose interest do you use it? Well, you're going to use it in the interest of anyone who might just possibly be slightly interested. So you get loads of minority, unelected, and unelectable pressure groups, having too much power, exercising it through people because they're not accountable. So the real answer to Tony Benn's 5 questions is this. What power have you got? You, the council, have got the power that I, the electorate, give you. Where did you get it from? Me, the voter.
Yeah.
In whose interest should you use it? Mine, the voter. To whom are you accountable? Me, the voter. And how do we get rid of you? By voting.
Yeah.
It really is. It's all about that. If you don't vote, It isn't that power won't get used. It's just that it won't be accountable to you. And that's, I think, partly the problem.
I totally agree with you, and I'm actually a fan of Tony Benn, and I think he's certainly better than his reputation in some areas, and particularly Europe. And those 5 questions are now legendary, democratic questions.
Yeah,
it's a nice little touch actually that his, Middleton Park is in his son's seat, Hilary Benn.
is that right?
And Hillary has been down a lot, trying to get his candidate elected against the SDP challenge. And I know he's concerned about it, but I'll give him a shout out. And you don't often hear politicians say this, but I think he's a decent guy. And last year when Wayne won, he did come up to me and said, "William, this is democracy at work." Most of the Labour people didn't, but he did. And he is a decent man. But I hope he says the same.
When he loses, yes.
Time. And I honestly, Michael, we couldn't be trying harder to make that happen. And, it just needs to roll on, because honestly, as soon as the public take a good look at us, they like us.
They vote, yeah. But that is I guess the key message, I mean, this is not, I'm not the leader of the party, you are, but the key message I would give is, if you don't vote, don't pretend that power won't be exercised. It just won't be exercised by voters. It will be exercised by people who are unelected and unelectable. And that's Absolutely. Entirely bad news.
That's right, and it reinforces why many of us voted for Brexit, a separate issue. But the real reason, the fundamental reason, is that we wanted meaningful elections. That's what we want.
Yeah.
So no, I totally agree. Vote, get out and vote. Exercise your rights that many people fought for very hard.
And if you don't have an SDP candidate, well, stand yourself next time.
Yeah. Good one. Thanks, Michael.
All right.
Take care.